spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. On play action, it's Brady. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. Still fighting for more. On the move past the 40.
As you and I both know, one reason teams sprint plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll try and run for it. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Throwing Jones. Completes it to Austin. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 yards for number 11. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to take another shot here. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Brady going to go on 4th down. This will complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Swift going to try up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On play action, now Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to the running game with Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd and 9, Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brady to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit,
it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Throwing is Brady on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Tom Brady trots off on fourth down, and on comes kicker Matt Gay. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Gay's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The Vikings sit 7-8 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on third. Off the play fake. Jones. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down. Back to throw. Jones. Looking for Austin. Intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is taken in at the 5. And in from the Lions, touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off-play action, Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 31, Jones. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are able to move back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play.
He's got him in, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Brady. Touchdown! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 17-14.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Jones. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
This is taken at about the 14. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, They can't always account for individual effort defensively, and this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And some room to roam now. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 165 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some break. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had. And I think the ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. is so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Trying to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and into the end zone. A scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Gay now set to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Brady's going to sneak it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Williams is in for a Lions touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jones firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Lions 39, Vikings 28. Matt Gay set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Now a play fake. Brady. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Brady. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Jones. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
From the gun, here's Swift. We're down to the 41. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Brady. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady going to look to throw. incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in high school play.
You were Othello?
Now,
and he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Robbie Anderson. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Lions tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Brady will look to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
you certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with